This story is created by a parent like you, using Talebot.
Bryce and the Pink Panther's Christmas Culinary Caper in Spookyville. A special bedtime story for Bryce. Once upon a time, in the heart of the Scooby-Doo universe, there existed a small, cozy town known as Spookyville. Amidst the colorful, gingerbread-like houses and snow-covered streets, lived a young boy named Bryce with his loving family. Bryce was not just any boy. He was kind, brave, and always ready for adventure, especially during the Christmas season. This year, Christmas was extra special because Bryce had made a new friend, none other than the clever and mischievous Pink Panther. They had met one frosty afternoon when Bryce was building a snowman and Pink Panther was trying to sneak a pie off a windowsill. From that moment on, they were inseparable, planning all sorts of holiday shenanigans. As Christmas Eve approached, Bryce and Pink Panther decided they wanted to do something truly spectacular for their families. They dreamt of hosting a grand holiday dinner, the likes of which Spookyville had never seen. There was only one problem: neither of them knew how to cook. However, they were determined not to let this small detail dampen their spirits. Their first stop was the local library, where they pored over cookbooks, making lists of all the delightful dishes they wanted to prepare. They envisioned a feast with golden brown turkeys, mountains of mashed potatoes, lakes of gravy, and pies of every possible flavor. Their excitement grew with every page they turned. Armed with their ambitious menu, Bryce and Pink Panther set off on their culinary quest. But as they soon discovered, gathering the ingredients would be an adventure in itself. Their first challenge was to find the legendary golden turkey, rumored to roam the enchanted forests of Spookyville. With Bryce's bravery and Pink Panther's cunning, they ventured into the heart of the woods. After hours of searching and several comical mishaps, including a run-in with a confused ghost who thought he was late for Halloween, they finally found the golden turkey. With some persuasion and the promise of being the star of the Christmas dinner, the turkey agreed to accompany them back to town.
Talebot, tailor-made tales for your child's dreams.
Next on their list were the potatoes, but not just any potatoes. They needed the magical whispering potatoes that grew in the haunted fields of Farmer Fright's. Legend had it that these potatoes could only be harvested under the light of a full moon by those who could solve the riddles whispered by the wind. Bryce and Pink Panther waited for the full moon, their minds and hearts ready for the challenge. The wind whispered riddles, and with Bryce's cleverness and Pink Panther's wit, they solved each one, filling their baskets with the enchanted potatoes. Their journey continued, from gathering secret herbs guarded by dancing skeletons to convincing a grumpy old pie wizard to teach them the art of pie making. After many such adventures and close calls, Bryce and Pink Panther finally had all they needed for their grand holiday dinner. With a little help from their families and friends, including a cameo by Scooby-Doo and the gang who happened to be passing through Spookyville, they prepared the feast. As everyone gathered around the table on Christmas Eve, with the candles glowing softly and the snow gently falling outside, Bryce and Pink Panther looked around at the smiling faces. They realized the greatest joy didn't come from the perfect dinner or the elaborate preparations, but from bringing everyone together, sharing love and laughter. The feast was a success, not because it was the most extravagant meal, but because it was made with love, friendship, and a touch of holiday magic. Bryce learned that with courage, imagination, and the help of a good friend, even the impossible seemed possible. As the night drew to a close, Bryce and Pink Panther made a toast to their incredible adventure, to Spookyville, and to the true spirit of Christmas. They knew this was only the beginning of many more adventures to come. And so, under the twinkling stars of a clear Christmas night, Bryce fell asleep, his heart full of happiness and his dreams filled with visions of future escapades with his pink, feline friend. The end.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.